No flurries throughout the first half at the Horseshoe today. First quarter, the Buckeyes already up 7-0. OSU thin at the running back position this afternoon. The handoff to Dallin Hayden, the true freshman, with the 14-yard touchdown run. It's 14-0 Ohio State. Later in the first, OSU near midfield. C.J. Stroud, a little problem throwing the ball today, but this time connects with Marvin Harrison for the 58-yard score. Harrison 135 yards receiving. In the second quarter, third and short, Mayan Williams busts through the line, scores on the 48-yard run. Williams 147 yards on the ground, but later left in the second quarter with a leg injury, although it's been reported not a long-term injury. Second half, OSU leading 28-7. Hoosiers punting. The Buckeyes bring the pressure, and Lathan Ransom lays out, blocks the punt. Ball is free, and eventually Xavier Johnson recovers and returns it to the 2, leading to another touchdown. Later in the third, OSU back in the red zone. Stroud 297 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 of them to tight end Cade Stover. OSU rolls to the 56-14 victory, and as Mark Coons tells us from Columbus, the last touchdown of the game, the most meaningful for the Buckeyes.
Well, it is fitting that in a game that at times looked like it was being played in a snow globe, we would have a magical moment in the fourth quarter as Ohio State captain Kamryn Babb, playing his first game this season, scored his first career touchdown as the wide receiver has overcome not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 ACL injuries. A moment that touched not only his coach, but his teammates as well.
I would say the past 5 years that's kind of been what's been on a dream of mine is whenever I catch a touchdown, whenever that moment is, to get on my knees and give praise to him, to Jesus Christ, because that's the only hope that I truly have. I love football. I love what it can do for so many people. But I just know there's a world with a whole bunch of stuff going on, and so many people need hope. And so if I could give and shine the light that Jesus has given me and give that to others, I think that's my responsibility as a son of God, a son of Jesus. So, I mean, yeah, I don't really know if words can kind of describe it, but if I had to say a word, man, just thankful.
And CJ came up to me and he said, "What do you think about trying to get Cam a touchdown right here?" And I said, I think it's right.
I know it was probably the most, I didn't want to mess it up. I was nervous. I seen the coverage that we got. I seen the leverage that we had on the corner. And I was like, oh, man, I better not mess this up for my guy. So I'm happy I just made the throw. But
it was a lot. I don't know. I wasn't really counting. I think I hugged some people 5 times. But, I think in a moment like that, just the love, when you feel that and you see so many people around you and just wanting to hug you, again, it just kind of leans back on the brotherhood and what we really have. It's not just a word to us and it's the guys in the locker room that make that possible.
What happened today in the stadium was magical, and that's what college football means to a lot of people. Not to everybody, but to a lot of people, and that's one of the reasons why college football is special.
1 week after struggling to do anything offensively in adverse weather conditions, it was far from perfect in Columbus weather-wise, but Ohio State had over 600 yards of offense and got everything back on track against the Hoosiers.
There was a little bit of an edge to the offense this week. I think that was all week in practice, and we've got to keep that going. It's the only way we're going to reach our goals here.
So the Buckeyes remain undefeated, perfect 10-0 as they hit the road next week to take on Maryland before they host Michigan back in the shoe in 2 weeks with everything on the line. In Columbus, Mark Kuntz, BCSN.